everybody, it's your girl Mia, and as always, welcome to my kitchen. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell wherever it is to keep up with what your girl's doing, because I'm extra as hell and I'm always doing a lot. I'm so happy to be coming to you guys today with a really delicious, really hearty, keto-friendly recipe. Today, we're making bean-free chili. Leg up. Alright everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Right now I have my Dutch oven over medium heat. To the Dutch oven I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of hot Italian sausage. Let's get that in there. So we're going to break those down and go ahead and get them to getting to know each other down into this hot pan. I did not add any fats to the bottom of my Dutch oven because, trust and believe, this Italian sausage has plenty. Now, if you're not a fire breather like I am, feel free to use sweet Italian sausage, but mama loves the heat. So I'm definitely going with the hot Italian sausage today. So you're going to go ahead and cook your ground meat over medium heat. And once we've gotten all of this cooked through, we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, about 10 minutes has passed in YouTube land. We got our ground beef and our Italian sausage cooked 100% of the way through. Now, I went ahead and drained the excess oil off of the meat and got it back into the pan, and that's where we're at right now. So definitely make sure you drain your sausage and ground beef. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the players into the pot. I'm going to add a half of a medium yellow onion. Let's get that in there. I'm going to add a half of a green bell pepper. Yes. And this next ingredient is completely optional, but like I said, Mama likes to bring the heat. I'm also adding 1 poblano pepper, diced up. Now, if you like your chilies, add your favorite chili. If you're not a fire breather, feel free to leave this out. You could also add a diced up Anaheim chili if you like your chilies, but you're not a fan of the heat. If you just want that good sweet pepper flavor, you can definitely add that to this dish as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stir this around, let everything get to know each other and marry, let these flavors come together. I want the peppers and the onions to get soft down into this pot. I mean, don't worry, we're nowhere near done, so they're going to cook through and get nice, soft, and translucent. But I like to go ahead and get everything mixed up in the pot and get the ball rolling on getting these vegetables softened down. It smells so good in here, you all, man. I love chili anyway, but when you start getting onions and peppers together and you got the seasonings of the Italian sausage, it's just, you're blessing your kitchen is what you're doing, I'm telling you. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add a nice heaping tablespoon of minced garlic to the pot. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I used to not measure garlic because I love it so much, but since I'm becoming more mindful of my carb intake, that was actually a tablespoon, yeah. I actually measured the garlic. Mark it down. Alright, so we're going to get that mixed in as well. Now, once you get all your peppers, onions, and garlic down into the pan, you want to go ahead and toss this around for about 5 minutes. Again, let those onions and peppers get translucent. And then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has passed in YouTube land and our peppers and onion have gotten soft and translucent. So we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the players into the pot. We're going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. We're also going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt, but you use whatever salt you like. And we're going to give that a good mix. Get those seasonings down in there. Now, if you're following the keto journey, you know that you don't want to use the packets of chili seasoning mix, because I did not know that those contain carbs until I checked the ingredients on the back of a pack, and sure enough, it had whole wheat flour in the seasoning pack. So I actually learned something new. So now I make my own chili seasoning, and it smells amazing in here. All right, now that we've got everything stirred up and got the seasons evenly distributed, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients into the pot. I'm going to add 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. And definitely check the nutritional label on the back of your tomato sauce to make sure you're getting the one with the least amount of carbs and sugar content. Okay? Okay. Get that all stirred around. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. Get that nice tomato flavor popping in our pot. And get those all mixed in. Alright. I'm also going to add 2 cups of bone broth. You can use regular broth if you want. I'm using bone broth. Both will be delicious in this dish. You can also just do plain water, as long as it's 2 cups. Get that in there, give that a nice stir. And if you need to add water to this to thin it out some, that's perfectly fine. Just do it gradually. Alright, we've got that stirred all in. We've got all our ingredients into the pot. Now we wait. We want this to come to a boil so that we can reduce it to a simmer. Let it go low and slow for about 30 minutes. Okay? Bring to a boil, reduce to a simmer, cover, and let that go low and slow for 30 minutes. Once that happens, we'll go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we now have boilage. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring this heat down. You'll want to drop your heat down as low as you can get it without cutting the stove off. You feel me? Feel free to adjust your seasonings at this time if necessary. Go ahead and get that lid on. See you in 30. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 30 minutes has passed in YouTube land. Let's go ahead and check out our chili. Alright. Oh, look at that. You see that? Because I see that. It smells amazing in my kitchen right now. All the flavors have married and come together. This looks absolutely delicious. Alrighty. Now, because this chili does not have beans in it, if you notice, it's not as thick as a traditional chili. But that's okay. Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and crank my heat back up to medium high. And I want this to come to a full rolling boil. I'm going to let that happen for about 5 to 7 minutes. What's going to happen is the liquid in the pot is going to reduce a little bit, and that's how we're going to thicken our chili up. You know, I thought I was going to miss beans, but after trying this dish, I think I'm okay. Just got to put in a little bit more effort than I normally do. So since we don't have that bean starch to help us out, we're going to use the fire. Alright? Alrighty guys, we're about 7 minutes in. And as you can see, some of the liquid has evaporated in our pot, which has allowed our chili to thicken up. Now, if this is the consistency you like, go ahead, cut it off. You are good to go. If you want to let it go for a few more minutes because you like your chili a little thicker, you want to be able to stand the spoon up in here, then feel free to go ahead and let it go a few minutes longer. Just make sure you're keeping an eye on it and stirring it. Definitely don't want this to stick to the bottom, and you definitely don't want it to burn. Alrighty. So now we have a keto-friendly chili that does not contain any beans. Simple, easy to make, easy to put together, nice and hearty, sticks to your ribs, and full of fire if you're anything like me. I'd like to thank you guys so much for coming into my kitchen once again. Feel free to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.